Why do you think we keep relying on the use of lights in our cities and our neighborhoods? Is it in a way to like keep us safe? Like why are people so afraid, you think?
Yeah. Well, okay. So I address that. I'm often brought in as an expert witness to speak to county councils, elected officials, agencies, whatever, to talk about light pollution and the dynamics behind it. And the question about, excuse me, the question about darkness, does it create crime? There are no studies, none, that link darkness to crime, none. And the thing that I say that shuts this conversation down instantly is if light prevented crime, there'd be no crime during the day, right? This fear of darkness is a superstition. Now, there was a time, if you left the light of the fire and went out into the darkness, something out there may eat you and you may not come back, right? The church also, the Western church, used this term darkness to create fear, that darkness was evil somehow, And it's interesting. The devil was the prince of darkness, where his name, Lucifer, literally means bringer of light.
From what I understand and from what I've seen, right? I mean, most crimes tend to happen like at night. So you think that, the darkness doesn't really have anything to do with that?
Yeah, well, I mean, like you can see, how many videos can you see of people at gas stations, which are totally lit, right? Getting hijacked or whatever. Light does not stop crime, period. If anything, darkness helps keep it down because it's harder for the criminal element to move around in darkness. You got to have light to see what you're doing, right? And if you're skulking around with a flashlight, that makes you even more suspicious.
Okay. I guess certain crimes might happen more during at night because some people are, asleep.
But again, there's no studies that have made this link. None, ever, any place. There are some studies that show that lighting actually can increase crime. They did one in Chicago, and they found that lighting certain alleyways actually made crime easier for the criminal element. You could see into somebody's car more easily to see if there was something there that you wanted to steal.
Oh, interesting. I mean, I guess, yeah, it sort of makes sense. Like, if literally the city was in darkness and there was very little lights, then how would, the thieves and criminals do anything? Because it would be hard to see. So,
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they should light the cities less then to make it more safe in a way. It's,
But what about the fact that most people are asleep at night? Wouldn't that also kind of, help some criminals out? Less activity.
During the day,
I guess I think that's an argument, but I don't know if it's a causation for it, right?
You're asking me to enter the mind of the criminal element and determine why it is that they act the way that they do or when they decide to do it. And do it when people are asleep. Sure. Okay. But again, there's no link that darkness precipitates more crime.